Hey guys, welcome to the Realest Guys podcast. This is our first video cast that
Come
we're doing.
coming to you
Yeah,
live. We are live right
live,
now.
live.
Live?
It's
Wow.
episode 22, guys.
22.
Yep. Um, so anyway, yeah, this is gonna be a year end episode, and it's kind of like doubling the Neveling, I think. So if
It's
you
like
put your
it's like
shoes up,
nibbling on each hand.
Really, it's not bad enough that my mic was muted yesterday. You're gonna steal my jokes today and mute me, even though we're actually live now.
hey,
Jeez.
it's all
I
good.
mean,
Hey,
yeah.
that's what Italians do. Italians just make themselves look good. So, by any means necessary.
Wasn't that Malcolm X, not an Italian?
Hey, Italians. Hey, World War II. Hey, bad guys were winning. We were on their side. Then the good guys started winning, and we hopped sides. That's kind of how it works.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was it Mussolini Italian?
Not saying it was the bright idea, but hey, we just wanted to be on the winning side. So that's why we stole the joke.
True story.
But anyway, no, man.
I'm not
This is
Italian. I'm just a jerk.
Yeah, Kyle's just a jerk, and he works at a ham restaurant store. So
He is a
Dude,
ham.
I sell ham.
he is a ham. That's right. A
Stole
Texan.
my joke again.
Oh.
Really? Yeah, this is from Saturday when I took my father-in-law down to Houston to go watch the game.
Nice. So, man, guys. So this episode. Oh, and as everybody can see, we got Kyle, the Sly Guy, Sylvester,
What up?
and we got Mario, the Rican Wolverine, and we got Josh, myself, Too Good Crocker.
Josh
Chillin'.
myself. That's a new nickname for you now.
What?
Josh
Josh,
myself.
myself.
Josh, myself, Too Good Crocker.
myself.
That's like in
I
Boy
think
Meets
I'm-
World. Corey Matthews.
Yeah. No.
Wait.
I think I'm gonna stick with Too Good. That was that, and plus that'd be too long of a nickname anyway. Josh, myself, Too Good. Yeah, I don't know.
You said it, not
Anyway.
me.
I know. I gotta brush up. See, I'm live. I think I got the nerves because I'm live.
You got the
Maybe.
nerves.
I got the nerves.
As long as you got the nerves and you're not showing us the nerves like you did a little while ago.
Hey.
Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me now.
Don't tempt you or tempt you. Which one did you just say?
Tempt. I said don't tempt me. Tempt.
There you go. Tempt.
Yeah.
Do
Okay,
not-
as always, guys, subscribe to us on YouTube. That's where we're live today.
Which you should be if
Follow
you're
us.
watching us right now. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, exactly. Follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, hit us up on iTunes, all that fun stuff. But I don't want to spend too much time into that. I want to get into the meat of the episode. Today we have
Meat and potatoes because you weren't still full from Christmas.
whoop-de-whoop. Oh, and Halloween candy that is masked by stocking candy. Sometimes when you're balling on a budget, you use the same candy. So if
Don't use
you're
the
not
same
stuffed
jokes.
on that, huh?
What?
Hey, see, that was Mario's jokes also, but
Yeah, it totally was. Guys,
got
you,
him.
you don't even
Got him.
understand what happened yesterday. We're not even gonna dwell into that.
Well,
Oh yeah. Oh, you talking about the
explain it
hour-long
real quick.
episode?
All right, so we had this great idea to go live yesterday.
yeah.
Fortunately, it didn't work out because some idiot, not gonna name names, but somebody decided to have some stuff running in the background, which caused a whole bunch of encoding problems for the stream. So we said, all right, screw it. We're gonna record the episode, still do a video, but we're just gonna record it. And
Yep.
after the hour and a half long episode that was recorded, it was then realized that somebody, again, not gonna name names, somebody had their mic muted on OBS. So it was oh, we're live, I can't curse. It was a show. It was a cluster truck of a mess. Let's just leave it at that.
A cluster truck.
A cluster truck. This is still, even though we're live, we're gonna try our damnedest to be PG.
It works.
I mean, like real PG or what Raw has been pushing with Enzo and New Day PG? Because
No, we're talking about PG during the Attitude Era.
okay,
Let's get into
Josh
it.
is so disappointed in all
All
of
right.
this.
We got the first ever Realest Awards 2016. So we're gonna go over the year, find what the best of each category is, give out the awards that mean absolutely nothing and
Dude, these are the
and
most
close out the
prestigious
year.
awards in wrestling. What are you on about?
Prestigious.
Prestigious, however you want to pronounce it. It is the most realest awards in wrestling.
They are the Realest Awards. So, you want to kick it off?
Yeah, let's go right into it with our first
What's
one.
our first category?
Ooh, look at that. It pops on the screen and everything. Blah, blah of the year.
Blah blah of the year.
So
What's blah blah of the year, Mario?
Oh, I was hoping you had the right answer for that.
Hey, you said what it was yesterday. I'm not trying to take all your thunder.
Yeah, we'll get to that a little bit later. Blah blah of the year. We're gonna use it to define just the most pointless promo, be it a singular promo, be it a person who just sucks at giving a promo, just somebody who just needs to just take their blah blah and go somewhere else with it. So since I explained it, Kyle, you get to kick off with your award winner for blah blah of the year.
Blah blah of the year. To Josh's dismay, my blah blah of the year hasn't changed since last night when we recorded. It is Mr. Thucker and Thuckatath himself, Roman Reigns.
Man, that's this year. I thought we were past that.
Yeah, wait, didn't we talk about this? Didn't we decide that was last year's promo?
No, we decided that was like February of this year.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Damn,
I thought we got past that, dude.
We did not. We did not get past that. Roman Reigns, although he's been great recently not talking, I just never want to hear him talk again.
Okay, did you guys watch Raw this week?
Not yet.
So
I ended up.
Roman, check this out. Roman Reigns comes out, and they're in Chicago, so you know the place is lit.
Mm-hmm.
Roman Reigns comes out, and he's already getting booze, right? Per the norm.
Yeah.
He gets in the ring, squares off. I think Seth Rollins is in the ring, and Stephanie McMahon is in the ring. And then all of a sudden, the boos stop, and out of nowhere, you hear the crowd say, "Please don't talk. Please don't talk. Please don't talk." And then they stop for a second. Then there's complete silence in the arena. And then Roman Reigns starts talking, and the place erupts in boos. Like, they don't even care what he says. It was glorious. It was pretty funny. Even though Roman Reigns is my dog, it was hilarious. But yeah, that was a terrible promo. My pick is Stephanie McMahon. Every time she touches the mic, nails on a freaking chalkboard. She gets blah blah of the year. Yeah, you just see her too much. I mean, look SmackDown Live. You don't see Shane McMahon. You barely even see Daniel Bryan on SmackDown because they actually wrestle on that show.
Oh,
but
shots fired.
They do, man. Hey, you check percentages this week. SmackDown had like 46% wrestling on their show this week.
So 54%
Almost half
blah,
the
blah.
show. Almost half the show. Raw 30-something% wrestling on a 3-hour show. I'm just saying, Stephanie McMahon, you get the blah blah of the year award.
So hold on,
Real
quick.
That's a great pick, Josh.
By
I
your
do have
numbers.
something
Okay, go ahead.
to show you. And this is your Christmas gift that we had talked about a while back
And you still haven't given to me?
that I still haven't given to you. The real blah blah of the year.
Oh, jeez.
Roman Reigns.
That's still a dope cover. I don't care what
it's
anybody
pretty
says.
dope.
It's a dope cover. It is a dope cover.
He makes a cool comic book character.
He does.
I think
But-
here's the thing with blah blah of the year. Raw's gonna sweep this category. Sweep it. So we had Roman Reigns, right? Raw superstar. We had Stephanie McMahon, Raw. What is she?
Commish.
She's
Commish.
She's the commish. Okay, Raw commish. And I'm gonna take Raw's GM Mick Foley with my blah blah of the year.
Really?
Yes, he's just at this point he's just there with a cheap pop and nothing substantial to talk about. I don't remember what my pick was yesterday, but when you were talking about Stephanie McMahon, the first thing I thought of, Mick Foley just comes out and drones on and on and on and on and on. It's just we get it, dude.
He does do a lot of talking.
We get it. You're right here in insert city name, cheap pop. That's what you're doing. I get it.
The problem is he can't even insert the right city name half the time.
Dude, because they're at the Silver Dome, brother.
Yeah. He's messed up the city name multiple times. He he gets all of the little phrases backwards. You know,
Mhm.
killing two stones with one bird and all of that sort of. Like that's a good one.
See, but
I
here's the
didn't think
thing.
of that, but that's a
It's
good
not
pick.
entirely his fault. I mean, the dude's like 65 years old, probably suffering from CTE with all those unprotected chair shots he received during the Attitude Era. I mean, I get it, but at the same time, you know, you're charismatic. You were mankind. You know, you were the man of the people, and he can't even talk to the people no more. It's ridiculous.
I don't know, man. I would just have to disagree because the last few weeks, at least within the last month, he's been having some great promos, especially the most recent one with Sami Zayn, where they have a really nice back and forth, intense promo with each other. They killed it. So
But I mean, 1 month does not undo the previous.
the
And
the
that's the thing. He
previous
wasn't
11
even on
months.
our TV for the entire year. He didn't really get on our TV until what, June? So
Yeah.
he had,
I mean, and that's the thing. These are
5 months of
yearly
just turbulence.
awards. Yeah. I mean, 1 month doesn't replace the other blah blah months, right? So
Yeah.
I'll hand that to you. I'll hand that to you.
So Raw sweeps that one. I don't think they're gonna sweep our next category. We're gonna talk about tag team of the year.
Tag
Mm.
teams.
And Josh, you get the opportunity to go first this time.
Great. My tag team of the year, the Usos.
Homer.
I'll tell you
Homer.
why.
They're from Frisco.
I'll
That's
tell
why.
you why. And they're Niner fans. But that's not the reason why.
I feel bad for
Um,
them for that too.
hey
Yeah.
man, I feel bad for all my fellow Niner fans.
2-14.
It's terrible.
Number 2 pick.
Being
Hey,
a
but
Niner fan
I stay
frustrated
faithful.
as much as being an Eagle fan right about now.
Actually, no, I'm okay. We have a quarterback of the future. We've got our offensive line back together. We still need a running back, but I'm hoping Deontay Foreman falls to us in the draft. Hook him.
And
Hey,
and the offensive line of the Eagles have all have shotguns. So,
Yeah, that was pretty
you know,
dope. I wish Carson Wentz was my quarterback.
yeah. So, here's the reason why I picked the Usos is because I was just pretty much like the rest of the WWE universe, just tired of them up to the draft. They were just stale. I've always liked them just because I like their ring work, but they were really boring, and we've discussed that many times. But their character change, their heel turn, all of it revitalized their characters. They took the tag team division on SmackDown and put it on their shoulders and kind of kicked it off, and it's great. So I picked the Usos for tag team of the year.
it's a,
Tag.
it's a good pick. I like it. I think too many times when we're doing MVP of the too many times when we're doing like MVP or something like that, we
Shining Stars.
overlook. Okay. Uh, yeah, too many times when we're looking at MVP, anything like that, we overlook the obvious because they've been there so long, they've been doing so well. So the
Golden
Usos
Truth.
are a good pick
Golden
there.
Truth.
I'm
Golden
gonna
Truth.
pick the New Day.
Golden Truth.
Golden Truth.
I'm kidding.
Yeah,
New Day.
no, New Day.
Nice angle.
Setting records all year. They did get stale towards the end of the year, but for the most part, they were one of the more entertaining things in WWE in 2016 for me, for a large chunk of the year. I mean, they introduced Bootios. They went back to yesteryear in a time machine.
Dressed up as Sans.
Yeah,
Yes.
just saying, like,
Yes.
they were entertaining and their ring work was really well done. They were good. So that's gonna be my tag team of the year.
I mean,
There's a lot of teams you could put up there, but
I
don't.
both of them are great picks. Both of them, I'll give you guys that. They were both very good picks. The New Day, I mean, obviously, without a doubt, has to be tag team of the year. They broke records, like you said. They were entertaining as all hell throughout the year. They did get a little stale for me, and that's why I'm choosing American Alpha. And this is more as a future pick. I mean, they had a very good year down in NXT, finally winning the NXT titles. I think it was at TakeOver Brooklyn, if I remember correctly. The development that they showed over this past year, not just as a team, but as two individuals, and just the potential that they have in them, especially in SmackDown, where Josh, like you said, I mean that's truly the wrestling show, whereas Raw really does fall into that sports entertainment mold. I've got to go with American Alpha. I'm ready to see what the two kids can do here going forward. So
Nice.
Tag team of the year was that. We're gonna move into the next one, extreme moment of the year, and I have a feeling where most of us are gonna, where at least two of us are gonna lie. I'll take this one first, and
Could it be because we recorded this last night?
well, even before that, I had a strong feeling that it was gonna be this moment. Shane McMahon flying off the Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania against The Undertaker. I mean,
I was there, man. I was there live, man. That was awesome.
Exactly. Like, I mean, I remember we were watching and we had to kind of take a step back there. I mean, even Shane, even in, I guess, his prime, so to speak, was not known as a true wrestler. He was, he was the son of the owner who went out there and put his body on the line and under the respect of the guys. He didn't need to do that. 40-something-year-old man, wife and a few kids. I mean, he did not need to do that to prove to anything to the fans, and the fact that he went out there, just the fact that he had the cojones to go out there and do that was extreme enough. But the fact that he followed through and flew through the air, I mean, there's no question that there shouldn't be anybody else in contention for this award. But that's just my opinion. Yeah, y'all fight it out as you need.
Fight it out. I agree with you. That's my pick. So, I mean, you took the words out of my mouth. If I could think of another extreme moment of the year, man, I can't think of any. I just, yeah. I mean, that just overshadows the entire year. And plus, I mean, there's not that much extreme stuff that happens during the year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Normally you look for extreme moments, even at TLC and things like that, or even Money in the Bank. There was nothing that really stood out to you, kind of like old matches or old Money in the Banker ladder matches, things, with Shelton Benjamin, all these other guys, things that stand out to you. Edge, Christian, the Hardys. It's just not there isn't much. So I think that's why Shane McMahon jumping off the Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania just takes the cake. Unless Kyle has something else.
Yeah, no. We talked about it last night. It's not a moment. The women's Hell in a Cell match was extreme in and of itself, just because of the fact you've never had the women in the cell. You kind of were worried about, is one of them going to get injured? But it doesn't come near even the encapsulated entire match that the women had doesn't come near that one moment of Shane jumping off the cell. So y'all hit the nail on the head.
True story. All right.
So what's on? Yeah.
The next one. So we go from one extreme, no pun intended, of a 40-year-old man to our breakout star of the year, which we're gonna extend to not just be breakout in terms of somebody who's been on the card for a little bit and finally broke the proverbial glass ceiling, but rookie of the year, and rookie in the context of never before known in the WWE universe. So we've completed the triangle. Kyle, it's on you. Who's your breakout star of the year?
I mean, this is a hard one. There's a lot of them that could go up there, and I'm gonna go Finn Balor. We didn't get much of him on the main roster, but what we did get was, within that short period of time that he was there, he was a top 5 draft pick. He then went on to become the first Universal Champion. He should be coming back in the next couple of months, and I think there's a high ceiling for what he can do in the WWE.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Finn Balor is gonna be my breakout star of the year. Not to mention the couple matches you did get with him, the psychology that he put into place with the whole telling the story of who the Demon King is, and why he has that persona. Like, it was beautiful. just the storytelling that he was able to work into those, that, what was it, a month and a half,
Yeah,
2 months
just
that he was
about.
actually on the roster. So that's gonna be my breakout star of the year, and like yours with the tag team, that's kind of for a future as well. But yeah,
Definitely. Hey, Josh, before I let you answer yours, I'm going to take a step back here. Obviously, this being our first live podcast, we're going to have a few little mistakes and hiccups here. So I want to take a step back real quick to blah blah of the year. Sir Kerfuffle in our live chat, which I don't know about y'all, but I completely forgot to keep and monitor on screen here real quick. He gave a suggestion for his blah blah of the year. Titus O'Neil's awkward promo a few months back.
oh,
I don't know if y'all remember that. So Sir Kerfuffle, obviously, as you could tell from the laughs, that's probably definitely a good choice. And I do apologize here for going back to your comment about 15 minutes ago. But, we are monitoring that. So if you guys are watching, feel free to comment and we'll read some of those off live here as we continue on. But definitely Titus O'Neil's awkward promo, I kind of remember that, where it was just like nobody knew what to do. I remember going back the next morning on Reddit and reading the Raw recap and trying to find that video and cracking up for a bit. So awesome choice for your blah blah of the year.
I would agree.
good one. Yeah.
So Josh, breakout star of the year. We'll kind of get back on track here.
Breakout star of the year. He's not young. He's not a rookie. He's been in the game for a long time, but new to WWE. And I would say AJ Styles, breakout star of the year.
Very good choice.
Self-explanatory. The guy's phenomenal. Yeah, man, just killing the game right now. I think we might expand on some of his accomplishments later on in the show, but straight up killing it. So AJ Styles is my breakout superstar.
Great pick. Yeah. I mean, I don't even remember talking about AJ Styles yesterday when we had that failure. That, again, not naming names, somebody screwed up. But yeah, definitely an awesome pick. Finn Balor was another very good pick. Both interesting to see that these are guys that are considered rookies in the WWE sense, but they've been around the world. They can't find their baby. So awesome picks. And kind of to continue that trend, I'm gonna go with the guy who at his debut gave us. I'm gonna just make a new category on the spot. Best entrance theme of the year. It's gotta be Glorious. I mean, Bobby Roode. Come on, breakout star. I mean, he came in with a whole ton of hype. Not to say that Finn didn't come in with a ton of hype. Not to say that Nakamura didn't come in with a ton of hype. That AJ Styles didn't, especially AJ Styles, his surprise entrance at the Royal Rumble this year blew the roof off the building. But Bobby Roode in NXT with all the hype surrounding him, with the teases that we had early in the year prior to his actual official signing of his WWE contract, to come out and deliver the way he did, to come out with his first entrance. On top of that, what was it, a glacier? Was it just Mount Olympus? I mean, what was it? You know what I mean? And to deliver the way he's done in the ring, on the mic, with that theme song, I mean, it's got to be Bobby Roode for me.
Glorious pick. Glorious. Man, his theme song, dude.
Would you say it's glorious?
Put that sucker on repeat.
Phenomenal.
I would say it's glorious. Kyle might call it beautiful. You might want to be careful.
Or phenomenal.
That's Kyle's word. Is phenomenal.
That's Kyle's word.
Now on the other end of the spectrum, so we always want to celebrate the people who are new, the people who are exciting. There's also the guys on the other end of the spectrum, be them new, be them veterans, who just kind of fell on their face, and we've got a special category for them. We're calling them the Realest Guys Award winner for Dud of the Year. Dud. So Josh, who's the Dud of the Year for you?
This guy has a lot of potential, but I think he might have been called up a little too soon. I'm going to say Apollo Crews is my Dud of the Year. The guy is physically gifted. The guy has a lot of potential. He has a lot of charisma. But, man, I think they called him up too early just because they because they see all that explosive potential there, doesn't mean it's been opened up yet. He still has that weird Rocky Maivia smile, really cheesy get up about himself. Really just trying to find his way. So I look forward to things that he can become, but as far as this year is concerned, that's my dud of the year.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it's a good choice. I would agree with that one. I'm not going to use that as mine just for the sake of being
Good.
different.
Be
But
argumentative,
I would
Kyle.
agree with that to the point that I even named him Steal of the Draft. If you go back to our mock draft, I believe I said for as late as they got him, he was the Steal of the Draft, and he was going to make his show a better show just because he's there. But so definitely a dud of the year candidate. I'm going to go Braun Strowman. We
Braun.
we disagree on this one. But we talked about I feel like they fed him local jobbers for too long. If they're gonna feed Braun, they could have fed him superstars. People that actually have a name in the WWE, make it seem real. It wasn't like we were being introduced to Braun, so they were feeding him for a couple months. He'd been on the roster for a year almost. So now that they're moving into some actual matches with real superstars, I'm excited to see where he goes. But like we said earlier, the last couple of weeks is not forgo the last, few months.
Well, again, for argument's sake, and to kind of recap the discussion that we got into yesterday, I see where you're coming from, but at the same time, they needed to reintroduce Braun as a solo character. He wasn't a member of the Wyatt family. He was now going out as Braun Strowman, just Braun Strowman, not Braun Strowman led by Bray Wyatt. So they needed to kind of introduce that, and it just harkens back to the old school days. I mean, to use the exact analogy I used yesterday, is back in the territory days, you'd have this big marquee guy come in, rough some people up for a few months, collect his paycheck, be this dominating star, get conquered, and then he'll go on to the next territory and do it all over again. The only difference now is that there are no territories. There's WWE, and yes, you got Ring of Honor, yes, you got TNA, but in this day and age, nobody's gonna stay. Nobody can go in and do it the way they did in the territory days. I can, I kind of feel the way that WWE did it. Could they have sped up the process a little bit? Sure. But I think they went about it the right way, because, hell, I'm super interested in Braun Strowman now, much more than I was at any point in time when he was a member of the Wyatt family.
Yeah, I mean, and the things I've seen that guy do, house shows, doing kips like Shawn Michaels, doing series like cruiserweights do, like he was doing that with Big Show. I mean, the guy is a monster. I liked him when he was in the Wyatt family. WWE has needed a new big guy, so
yeah.
And again, no one saw what we recorded yesterday, so that's why we're repeating some things. It's like we've gotten so used to in our society, that microwave society, where I want what I want and I want it now. I don't want to wait for it to be a couple months. I don't want there to be that. That's why people have like a lot of problems with these slow build storylines, is because they're I don't think WWE really knows how to do slow build storylines anymore. Because when they try, it's more repetitive, not slow build. But still, a lot of people want the ending result today. So I think what they're doing with Braun Strowman, but I get where Kyle's coming from, where you wanted him to maybe face some legit names sooner than the squash names. He was.
He went through. I mean, we got introduced to James Ellsworth because he was a local guy that got squashed by Ron. That's where we met No Chin. Like, give me Braun versus Sin Cara, and Braun physically dominating Sin Cara doesn't make Sin Cara any less of a threat in the cruiserweight division. You expect Braun to physically dominate Sin Cara, but you don't expect Braun to go out and this, one hit and you're done kind of atmosphere against somebody at that level. So Yeah, I get what y'all are saying. I understand the build up. I just think, like I said earlier, it wasn't an introduction to me, and because I know the level of skill Braun Strowman has, you're right. I want to get to where he's showing that stuff off a little bit quicker, and not this. Oh, because you're a local jobber, I'm gonna power slam you once, and you're gonna die, and then I'm gonna
Well,
walk out the ring.
hey Mario,
Mm-hmm.
have you done your dud? You haven't done your dud.
I have not
Have
done
you?
my dud. No.
What's your dud?
So you guys both chose people who are on the main roster. I'm gonna slip down to NXT, and unfortunately give dud of the year, my dud of the year, to Hideo Itami. And it pains me to say that we talked about these guys who have been around the block, been all over the world, and Itami was a mega superstar. He was a Nova bomb back in Japan. Somebody who was innovative in the ring, somebody who people like Daniel Bryan, CM Punk would borrow moves from, and use them in the WWE universe to great effect. And unfortunately, since he's come over, he's just been injury prone, and even though he hasn't really performed much, the expectations that were put on his shoulders, they've been too much for him, and it's been a gradual decline. I'm not expecting to see the same Hideo Itami whenever he does fully get back in the ring for an extended period of time. We're not going to see the Hideo Itami from when he debuted. We're not going to see the Hideo Itami, obviously, from New Japan Pro Wrestling, from Noah. We're going to see just a very watered down individual, watered down more than he would have just been if he was healthy. Never mind the moves being watered down for WWE. It'll just be somebody who, you see it all the time in big name athletes who are at the top of the game and suffer a catastrophic knee injury, let's say, and it's a running back who comes back and he's not as explosive. He can't hit the hole as quick. It's a quarterback who is afraid to plant his foot and drive the ball somewhere. That's what I see we're going to get from Itami. So, this year there was a lot of hype for his return coming back from injury, and he came back and he was healthy for 2 weeks, and then he was back on IR. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of tough to put him in that dud category with people that have performed compared to people that, he's a guy that hasn't been able to perform. So I don't know.
Again,
I see where you.
Injury in and of itself, I mean, to a certain degree is preventable, and I'm not saying that he's an unsafe worker, but you can't discredit somebody who was hyped, and that's really what I feel dud of the year is. It's somebody who
I see
has hype and backing that doesn't live up to those expectations,
Yeah.
So
I got you.
Going from dud of the year, we're gonna move on to our rivalry of the year. I put feud.
I feel like we need like a advertisement in this thing. Realest Awards are brought to you by.
They're brought to you by the Houston Texans, the AFC South champion Houston
Jack
Texans.
in the Box.
And Cinderella.
You're ridiculous.
McDonald's Wi-Fi, because that's what we're doing it.
Hey, speak for yourself. I'm at least at Wendy's level Wi-Fi right now, man. Damn CWC.
Hey, it's Spectrum now. But anyway, brought to you by Jack in the Box, Cinderella, and the Houston Texans.
Put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig. Doesn't matter if it's TWC or Spectrum. If it's crap, it's crap.
Hey, it's all good. You messing up the commercial. Anyway, let's.
You don't chew Big Red, then. Oh no, we won't finish that line.
Hey,
Right.
well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Realest Awards presented by the Realest Guys podcast. I'm your co-host, Josh Too Good Crocker. We got Sly, Sylvester, and the Rican Wolverine. What's our next award?
Next award, what the Rock is cooking. The next award is Rivalry of the Year.
Can I change my vote for blah blah of the year?
Go ahead.
No.
Mario in the Realest Guys Awards.
Well, thank you for that segue, because I'm going to go first in Rivalry of the Year. My Rivalry of the Year is Mario of the Realest Guys podcast against Bret Hart.
My goodness.
It was funnier yesterday. No, my actual pick for Rivalry of the Year, I'm gonna change it because nobody saw yesterday's podcast. It's AJ Styles and John Cena. That is my rivalry of the year. We foolish three individuals completely forgot to mention. Oh yeah, Josh, you're included as foolish. We screwed up and we honorably mentioned them like 3 awards later. But AJ Styles and John Cena single-handedly, I would argue, carried the WWE, especially the main event picture at least, but carried the WWE through what typically is kind of their lazy season post WrestleMania, where it kind of goes into a drab. Their rivalry was awesome. Their promos were great. Their matches were intense. They were beautifully told in the ring. And at the end of the day, AJ Styles won the feud. When's the last time anyone got one over on John Cena at the end of the rivalry? Now, obviously, we're gonna see them kind of rekindle, which rekindle the feud, which I for one am incredibly excited for. But definitely
AJ needs to win.
Oh yeah, he still needs to win and keep the credibility going. But my rivalry of the year goes to AJ and John Cena.
I'm with you. That's awesome. Kyle, what you got, man?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to go against that one. You said, we all overlooked it, and then immediately felt like idiots for not having said that one. Just for the sake of being different, I'll throw out. I'll throw out let's see, who was a great rivalry this year. The quick Kevin Owens and his best friend Chris Jericho against what we have right now, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. This has been
rivalry of the year.
Are you kidding me? Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins, just in general, is a fun one. I'm just trying to be different, Josh.
That's different. Okay, different is here. Here's what you just said. That's terrible. It's off the screen. What you just said.
Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. It's a hell of a rivalry to watch. Roman Reigns being in there as a massive, just individual, adds to it. And then you have drink it in, Matt. That you just it's fun to watch right now.
No, that's a terrible pick, I tell you. Terrible pick.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you, Josh. Then again, Kevin Owens is
that's terrible. You can't.
My pick was still
of the year.
AJ Styles and John Cena. I'm just throwing something out there to be different.
Okay. Well, you threw it out there and it ended up in the trash.
I mean, okay. Here's the thing: they've had some great matches. Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. He said it. AJ Styles and John Cena is his feud of the year. But for argument's sake, there's nothing wrong with arguing about it. You know, Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins had some great matches. They've had.
He said Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho versus and
I threw in the teams.
Okay, you threw in the teams. Yeah. But again, even that rivalry was more focused on
the four of them. They've had some great matches. They've had some killer promo work. Roman Reigns hasn't had killer promo work, but
that's just Roman being Roman.
But yeah, there's been some great matches. There's been some enjoyable moments.
I would say I would agree, enjoyable moments, but I could agree. I disagree 1,000,000% with the rivalry of the year. It's nowhere. It's not even up at the top.
If
there's nobody.
Okay, I have one. I have one, and we all agreed. Yeah, and we all agreed last night.
Okay.
The Miz and Dolph Ziggler, their feud for the Intercontinental Championship. Yes.
Another very.
It's good not feud. As. It was a great rivalry.
Here's
great.
One argument.
And the matches were awesome.
If you take away John Cena and AJ Styles from this year, then you open the door to any of these other rivalries that happened that were very good rivalries, and any other year would be up there for rivalry of the year. Any other year, Miz and Dolph Ziggler, Miz and Daniel Bryan. That was my pick from yesterday. Now I just remembered it.
Miz and Daniel Bryan.
Owens and Rollins. These were all top tier feuds that any other year would have been rivalry of the year. That just speaks to the volume that AJ Styles and John Cena carried their rivalry at. I mean, it's not to discredit that one. If anything, it further enhances the argument that Cena and Styles this year was just untouchable.
Yeah, it was. It's kind of like it is It's like the Shane McMahon Undertaker. However, we didn't have any other close extreme moments. We didn't. We didn't have any other extreme moments.
I'm sorry, guys. This is live, so I just gotta go ahead and put this out. My lighting just fell backwards. It scared the hell out of me. Thankfully, it's underneath my little table here, so it's just caught off. But if there was a camera right there, because now we have a camera right here, but if there was a camera behind the camera and we had a little camera reception going on, you just see my lighting just like lean back like the Eiffel, not the Eiffel Tower, the Leaning Tower piece over here. So anyway, yeah.
Anyway, like I was saying, we didn't even have a backup to the Shane McMahon Undertaker.
Exactly.
As far as rivalries of the year, my pick is Dolph Ziggler and The Miz, the Intercontinental Championship. That rivalry was awesome.
Does it?
It was.
Okay, that's just to be devil's advocate since you threw it at Kyle. Does it trump AJ and John Cena?
No, but it trumps Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho.
All right, so is your argument just the fact that it's including Reigns and Jericho? If it was just Owens Rollins, would you still be arguing that?
If it was probably just Rollins and Kevin Owens, that's been going on for a longer period of time. I think they've had more build, but I still wouldn't even put that up there with Dolph Ziggler and The Miz. Not even close.
I would, just because of the fact that this has been going on since Owens got the title because of Triple H, and you have
Seth Rollins' beef has been with Triple H, not even Kevin Owens.
But
that's where his beef is lies.
But who is he targeting right now because he knows Triple H isn't coming out?
He's targeting Triple H, but other people are just in the way. That's who he's targeting. He's even calling out Triple H.
Yeah, but when he's hitting people, who is he hitting? Because Triple H is not coming out to the ring to meet him. He is in a feud with Kevin Owens, and Roman Reigns has been there since that first match where Triple H came out. That those three have been in this kind of triangle feud since Kevin Owens got the Universal, and there's been kind of this movement in and out where Roman Reigns drops and does this couple week thing with Rusev and then comes back into the feud. I think, granted, nowhere near AJ and Cena, but I don't think it's a downward pick. I think there are probably some that you could put up there. I think Ziggler, Miz is a great one, but I don't think I think that's probably a top 5 rivalry of the year. Therefore, capable of being put in the conversation.
Yeah, okay. Sure. 5.5. 5.5.
Well, speaking, since we spent so much time talking about Seth Rollins, figured it's probably a good time to bring up our next category, Turn of the Year. Kyle, I know you like that transition. That was what that was for. That was a very good transition.
It was a great transition. Yeah.
Turn of the Year. Nice. So we're gonna constitute this, or constitute. We're gonna define this as. Are we high fiving over Skype? Is that what we're doing?
I was raising my hand.
He wants to answer first.
Okay. So Josh, fine. You know what we're gonna define it as. Why don't you define it and give us your pick for Turn of the Year?
Turn of the Year is going to be whoever turned heel to face or face to heel, good guy to bad guy to good guy. So mine's going to be Seth Rollins. Now, he didn't have a dramatic turn. It was more like it just kind of happened where he's face now because of what happened to him with Kevin Owens and Triple H and everything. So now he's kind of full-blown face at this point, and he's accepted it. He panders to the crowd a little bit here and there, even. So Seth Rollins is my pick, Turn of the Year. I wish it was Roman Reigns. I think we all do.
We all do.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to shark bite somebody who posted up on Reddit the other day, and again, excuse me because I don't have it written down, so I can't properly give credit to where credit is due. But he describes Seth Rollins' turn here as a guy who used to be friends with, then started dating somebody, and broke up with that person, and is now upset and back to being your friend. while simultaneously trying to get back at the person who they broke up with, which I thought was a very apropos comparison there. So,
Very nice.
yeah,
I
my
think
turn.
the
Go
thing
ahead.
about Seth Rollins' turn is it is almost that Stone Cold esque turn, the Rock esque turn, where it's like he didn't change anything that he was really doing week to week. He
Yeah.
just had the admiration of all the fans. The fans wanted him to be a face, so they made him a face. It wasn't that he really changed a lot until recently. I guess you can say he's been pandering a little bit more, but I don't even see that as much still. He's still Seth Rollins.
Yeah,
We just
but
wanted him to be a face, so he's a face now.
so then Roman Reigns, by that definition, then should be a heel because the fans want him to be a heel. You know, he's getting heel reactions. I mean, does that count?
No, the difference is that WWE has made Rollins a face.
Yeah.
I think WWE is just dropping the ball and making Roman's a heel. I read an article today about that and Roman Reigns and how WWE is going against the grain of what they've done to make superstars
Yeah.
with Roman Reigns. They're going against the grain of what they did with Stone Cold, The Rock, even John Cena. They're going against the grain with all of these things of what makes someone successful in the WWE in the eyes of the fans. And so Roman Reigns, yeah, he's just, people want him to be a bad guy or heel, but WWE's not pulling the trigger. The thing about him, and I'll go on a side show here, or a side trail, I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why they're not pulling the trigger. He's not as invested as John Cena in this face role. He's not good at being a face character. John Cena at least has been good at being a face character as far as for the kids and all that kind of stuff. It's just even John Cena has the Fruity Pebbles, line of shirts, the different colors. And so I just think I'm not really sure what is holding them back from pulling the trigger. It's driving me nuts, completely nuts, because I'm a Roman Reigns mark, and it's just driving me bonkers.
That's an understatement, dude.
I'm still hoping for Reigns to get traded to SmackDown or something and have the Usos start dressing in the SWAT gear as well. Have the Samoan SWAT team.
The
Samoan Shield.
Jinx.
But
Sorry.
yeah, no.
Sorry, Mario. I think we stole your thunder there.
That's okay because I'm gonna bring a whole nother storm here into the ring, so to speak. No pun intended. My turn of the year is AJ Styles, and I know we just talked at length about his rivalry with John Cena, which started off as a supposedly face v face rivalry. AJ Styles wanting to finally answer the question, boy, what if Styles faced John Cena? The question on every wrestling fan's mind during the mid 2000s. Wow, mid 90s. Damn, that was all way off. But it was Styles turning heel because we know that John Boy Scout Cena will never be turning heel anytime soon. But the fact that it was out of left field, but also sort of expected, especially when the club came into the picture. The fact that they did it so well, and it made Styles just much more popular. Even he ingrained himself a lot. He grew more roots into the fans, and fans had an extra layer to kind of see behind the AJ Styles character. That he was happy to be there to finally make the big show. Again, no pun intended with Paul White, but to finally make the big time with WWE and succeed as a face, but then very quickly to succeed even more so as a heel, which was just done great. And his matches with Cena, again, they were just they were truly epic, especially in this time and age when matches kind of are pretty cookie cutter and formulaic.
Yeah.
So.
My turn of the year is gonna be my boy Adrian Neville. It's a recent one, but I think it's an important one. I think he's getting a lot of airtime now
No pun
because of
intended.
this.
Because he's the man that
Hey,
gravity forgot.
hey. No, but this I'm gonna turn heel and I'm gonna be the king of the cruiserweights. The I've been overlooked for so long that I should be in the division, and not only should I be in the cruiserweight division, I'm the top of the cruiserweight division. Like y'all aren't good enough to lace up my boots, almost kind of mindset. And I think it's great. I think Adrian Neville has a ton of potential. Um, he should be. I think he should be getting a bigger push towards, a mid card title, maybe even some main card time. But since he's not getting that cruiserweight division, huh? I couldn't hear what you said. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, yeah. So I think this turn is probably one of the best things that could happen for his career right now.
Hey, I'm sorry. What about his hair, man? I can't go out without talking about his hair. Dude looks like Smeagol from Lord of the Rings. He shaved
Bro.
on the side of his head. It's all stringy.
He
Kind of,
got hooked up with Baron Corbin's barber.
yeah. My
They got the same now.
precious.
I'm gonna make the same joke that I did last time. He's got the ears for it, so I mean, he's got the ears, he's got the height. The only thing he doesn't have, and this sounds weird, is the body, because that man is like made out of stone or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he's Smeagol on steroids, bro. Like, imagine, freaking the
Smeagol
Hobbits.
on
They wouldn't be
steroids?
able to. Yeah, they wouldn't be able to take the ring from him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he would just beat up Samwise and what's his name?
Frodo.
The main Frodo. Yeah,
Yeah.
Frodo would have been eating like Fritos if Smeagol was built like freaking Neville. But they look the same. They look the same. So that's all I'm saying. And his beard
Yeah.
is all stringy. Looks like he got a bunch of pubes on his face.
Listen, some
Yeah.
people can't grow beards. All right, I'm gonna defend
And
him on
some-
that one.
Okay, but then he shouldn't. It looks terrible.
He's a heel. He's
Terrible.
not supposed to look pretty. Plus,
That's true.
Plus, he's from like, wherever he's from, Newcastle. There we go. Speaking of looking pretty, this year is finally the year where the wrestlers of the fairer sex are not being judged solely from their appearance, but actually what they can contribute in the ring, which brings us to our next award, which is Woman of the Year. How about that transition, Kyle?
It's a good one. I like it. I think it was smooth right up until the point where you asked me about the transition. It was a great transition.
I was just about to say it's not as
here's-
good of a transition if you actually mention the transition.
But here's the thing. This is what I do. I break the fourth wall. That's what I'm like the Deadpool of this podcast. Yeah,
This
I
isn't an
compared myself to
alternate
the highest
reality.
grossing.
The people watching us live on YouTube right now don't live in a different universe where we don't actually exist. We're not breaking a fourth wall. You're
Shut up,
not
Kyle.
not how a fourth wall works.
These awards are brought to you by Cinderella.
The Texans, still, and their cheerleaders, and their Santa cheerleaders.
The Longhorns.
And now the Longhorns. We got
Hey,
lots of sponsors.
We earned a new sponsor during that segment. That's awesome.
We did. We did. So, Woman of the Year, Woman Superstar of the Year. Kyle, who you got, buddy?
I'm gonna go with Becky Lynch. I thought I was gonna go
Lynch?
Bailey. Yeah, no, you can't try to force it like that one. Becky Lynch.
Really, you're choosing the person who makes puns out of every single thing in the world, and I can't make a
Yeah.
pun on Bay and
Pretty sure-
Becky.
Yeah, pretty sure
She would've
she's working
approved
on
that.
like a pun book or something like that.
I'll let her punish me. Ah.
Yeah, no. The brand split, having Becky go away from Sasha and Charlotte, really getting some time to shine on her own outside of the shadow of those two. She's been, dare I say, phenomenal this year. Yeah, so Becky Lynch has to be my pick. think one, she's one of the most attractive women on the roster.
Which
Two, she's
doesn't
one of the
mean anything in this day and age. Let's be honest.
Two, she's one of the most talented women on the roster. And three, since she got on SmackDown and we get to hear her do more promos, she's spitting hot fire.
Hot fire!
So, Becky Lynch all the way.
Awesome.
All right.
Josh?
Mine is going to be. I'm going to steal it. I'm going to steal it from Mario.
You are the
Even
worst.
though
You
I
are
hate
the worst
this
individual
word.
because you did it again to
Do
me.
it.
I hate this word. I hate it. But it's so good. So good. It's going to be, I have to go with Baylexa Bliss.
I hate you so much. I hate you
Oh.
so much right now.
Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss is my woman superstar of the year. One of my favorite women wrestlers. She's got the women's title right now. She's a great heel character. She's tearing it up right now in the women's division. Her and Becky Lynch are just at the top. And their feud is great. It's not oversaturating my television set.
Mhm.
It's like SmackDown's just a better show. They're not overdoing it all. So yeah, man. Alexa Bliss, that's my woman superstar of the year.
Fun fact, she's also the only woman on the WWE roster shorter than Josh. I think I killed Mario, guy.
Well, that was this year's edition. That was great. That was great, dude. Perfect fact. Well, it's gonna be tough for me to follow.
I
that
just
up.
got to give the fans what they want.
Then get off the screen, Kyle.
You know what? Josh deserved that after stealing my word, but that's not even
Oh.
there.
Yeah. Well, I hate it. Okay, I hate that word, and I used it.
You should have said it earlier when I first mentioned Kevin Owens' as Bay, but you missed your cue, and I got to rewrite the script and everything all over again.
Got to rewrite the script.
Yeah,
Put some respect on that. Some
Me and
respect
Josh
on.
freestylers, we don't have no script. We just go off the dome.
Yeah, we gotta. I need lines. I gotta prepare my lines. So, yeah, it is what it is. Woman of the year for me is unfortunately somebody who, to Josh's point, one of his better points about Baylex's, fail. About
It's Alexa.
Baylexa.
Say it with me. Alexa.
Josh's best point about Alexa Bliss and Kyle, your women's choice, Becky Lynch, is that their feud didn't oversaturate your TV screens. Unfortunately, the person or the woman that is in my woman of the year oversaturated the hell out of my TV screen, my wife's TV screen, Josh's TV screen, Kyle's TV screen, the guy down the street who doesn't even know what wrestling is anymore, TV screen, and probably her father's TV screen, which is why she made him cry on national television. But Charlotte Flair,
Multiple times.
yeah, Charlotte.
Can we talk about how real that hit was, though? Like, that slap was real. She hit him.
Oh, the second time they talked?
I mean,
The second time, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
listen,
That slap had some fire to it.
let's not forget that Ric Flair, as a personal individual, has had many demons that he had to overcome, including treating his family like crap. So, yeah, there might have been some true feelings and true intent behind that hit. But Charlotte is somebody who has been pushed down our throats probably more than Roman Reigns this year. Her and Sasha Banks definitely have been pushed down and force-fed to us. But, she's delivered. A little awkward coming up. And I think they screwed up Dana Brooke with her, pairing Dana with her. And like I said, force-feeding the Sasha feud and now giving us already twice a match with Bayley. Non-title matches, but we've already seen that match twice now heading into Royal Rumble in the next pay-per-view that we got coming up. All that aside, Charlotte is still a 4-time women's champion already, Raw Women's Champion, a former Divas champion. She was the first, even going back before the brand split, she was the first or the inaugural new WWE Women's Champion. The last Divas champion holder. It's got to be Charlotte. I mean, she's been the number one woman back when it was one show, and she, Raw technically is the number one show, and she's the number one woman on the number one show for WWE. So, as much as it pains me to say it because I'm sick and tired of seeing her on my screen, it's Charlotte for me. So, Speaking of force fed,
you said it.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to counter it, we can wait for a second. No, all right. Let's just get right into the next one. This is the penultimate one, Superstar of the Year, and I'm gonna go first this time. Kevin Owens is bae. That's all I gotta say. Go ahead, guys.
Was that all?
That's it.
What a surprise!
Exactly. That's why I had to go first, because you were gonna steal my thunder.
What a surprise.
Kevin Owens.
Mario goes Kevin Owens. Josh goes Roman Reigns.
Nope.
Look, okay. If you
Not
really
this
want
year.
me,
Last year, maybe.
if you really want me
This year.
to give my reasons, he's the WWE champ or the WWE Universal Champion currently. He's just been on fire. He's been a workhorse in the ring. He hasn't been injured this year. He's put on consistently great matches. He's been a hell of a man behind the mic. And for somebody who quote unquote shouldn't be there or shouldn't be at the top of the card because of his body type or whatever biases people have because of the way he looks. I mean, the man can flat out go in that ring, and he's been at the top of the card since the very beginning of the year.
Yeah. My pick is going to be the same as my breakout star of the year. AJ Styles is my superstar of the year. I mean, he's been on a roll. He went over John Cena with their feud, like you mentioned earlier. He's held on to the championship. He's looked really strong. They've really done a great job with AJ Styles. So AJ Styles, superstar of the year. Yeah, man, that's it. Great matches. Great. I mean, how many times we mentioned his name tonight?
Yeah.
With turn of the year, rivalry of the year. I said breakout star of the year. So, I mean, AJ Styles is superstar of the year for me. # beat up John Cena.
Also, a direct reason why I think that was what episode 12 was such a hit was the # beat up John Cena, our most listened to episode this year, courtesy of him and the Bullet Club. So thanks for that, guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cop?
My superstar of the year is different than either of you. You both pick guys that are relatively new to the WWE. Kevin Owens has been here a little bit, but still, my pick is a veteran, coming off of what I would say is one of the best years of his career, and that's going to be Chris Jericho. I think his in-ring work has been great. The talent they have around him is, I don't know, he's sipping from the fountain of youth or something with everybody around him, because he's rejuvenated, he's fresh, he's new. I'm not tired of seeing him on my screen for the last 15 years. Like, I enjoyed this last year from Chris Jericho. So because of that, I'm going to put him as my superstar of the year.
There you go, man. That's good. I wouldn't disagree with any of them.
Yeah,
I think
all three of them have legit claims to the title. I think you could throw Seth Rollins in there as well, coming back from injury. Even John Cena, who's missed most of this second half of the year, like we talked about his feud with AJ Styles, and again being force fed as we are legally obligated by WWE to mention Roman Reigns 22 times. Roman Reigns, there's your 20-second reference to him. Could also be thrown into that conversation. So, anywho,
# beat up John Cena was also episode 6. Just
thanks for the fact check. There we go. That's why we're live, guys. So we can have the fact
I
check.
happen to have it up in front of me.
Episode
And
6, not episode 12.
Have we had any other comments up to this point?
No. Circle Fuffin was the last one.
I've been trying to keep an eye on. I have not seen any.
Cool.
Right.
Well, man, hey, I think we're at our last award for the Realest Awards, presented by the Realest Guys podcast today, video cast.
In sponsorship with Jack in the Box, Cinderella, and the Houston, Texas AFC champion Houston, Texas, plus the Longhorns of the University of Texas. Our final award, as Josh alluded to, will be Match of the Year, which is pretty self-explanatory. So, Kyle, we'll let you kick off our last award.
I'm gonna go with a match a lot of people won't think of, just because it wasn't a main roster match. NXT Takeover: Finn Balor versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Great match. The two of them have great chemistry in the ring. Storytelling was amazing in the match, but more so than that, just the atmosphere. That even being at home watching on the TV, you could feel what everybody in that arena was feeling, knowing that it was Finn's last match in NXT and he was getting ready to go up to the main roster. So that match is going to be my match of the year. Not to mention, it's one of the first bigger matches that Nakamura had in NXT. I think he'll be one of our breakout stars of the year next year, coming up into the main roster soon. So
awesome, good pick.
Nice.
I'm gonna go with, and this just further proves Josh's point as to who his superstar of the year was. AJ Styles and John Cena at SummerSlam this year. Just you want to talk about a match that had everything. First of all, being in Brooklyn, being in a smarky city where John Cena will be the heel, and he owned it. To his credit, he owned it. He totally played the heel in that match. AJ Styles just getting a raucous reaction from the crowd, and the match delivering on the backstory, delivering on the previous matches that the two shared, and completely tearing down the roof and overshadowing the main event that night, just overshadowing I would argue the entire show. It just, again, it speaks to the type of year that AJ Styles had. It speaks to how, even though John Cena gets ragged on so much by so many people who are fans of WWE, that Cena can't wrestle. I mean, he pulled off a great match, because it does take two to tangle. AJ Styles can only do so much, and John Cena more than held his own. And I think we're gonna look back on 2016 for WWE and and AJ Styles, and really see that, dude, the guy came into the universe and just delivered on all the hype that he had. So
yeah, man. My match of the year will have to be at Extreme Rules, the Fatal 4-Way for the Intercontinental Championship with The Miz, Cesaro, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens. From storytelling in the match to just, they had a lot of high spots in it, a lot of crazy fake finishes. People, it's just, you didn't know what was going to happen with all that talent in the ring. So that's going to be my match of the year, wrestling wise. Just the four of those guys in the ring, they killed it, absolutely killed it. So that's going to be mine.
Awesome. So that'll bring our first annual Realest Guys award ceremony to a close. It'll bring us to the end of our first video podcast, our first actual video podcast, since it was me, guys. Spoiler alert to everybody watching.
No,
it was me. Believe it or not, I'm the one that screwed up. Yeah, go figure. Crazy,
no.
right? It's like M. Night Shyamalan wrote this story, What a twist.
Shamalama ding dong.
But thank you guys for watching. Appreciate y'all stopping by. We're gonna do more of these in the future. I feel like today was just a great damn it, Kyle. It was just much better than yesterday. So yeah, so thanks for stopping by. You can follow us on Twitter at what's up, Kyle? Did you want to say something real quick before I got into that?
No. I was make my water gun sounds at Josh showing off his water pistols.
Yeah, Josh, you need to holster those. You know, this
Oh,
is a
holster.
PG show. This is a PG show, so we try not to do any violent imagery. But you can follow us on Twitter at the Realest Guys Podcast.
Realest Guys PC.
I'm sorry.
Realest Guys PC.
At the Realest Guys, at Realest Guys PC on Twitter. Follow us on Facebook, Realest Guys Podcast. We've got a website. We've got an email that you can hit us up at, realestguyspodcast@gmail.com. Obviously, if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and hit that hit that subscribe button for more updates. Like I said, we're going to be doing more of these, so we'll try and go live at least every other week. You know, we might be doing it more consistently this way. We'll see. Other than that, if you don't do any of that, there's only one word to describe you. We're gonna try to do it all together. Yes, like we did yesterday. Should we at least give it another go?
Yeah, don't even count. Do it like the show.
Okay, so there's only one word to describe you, and we're gonna spell it out for you.
SAWFT. Soft. We got that part.
We did. We
got that part.
We fixed it.
Soft?
It's soft? Like, are you guys soft? Yeah, you're definitely soft if you ain't following us. Y'all have a good night. Take it easy.